Former Trump trade advisor Peter Navarro proudly proclaimed after he was arrested last Friday that he would be representing himself because, of course, he doesn't want to blow his retirement on a bunch of pricey lawyers. I mean, just 6 days ago, this is what he said to the press. I'm representing myself pro se because I do not want to be dragged down into the muck of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars of my retirement savings on this kind of venture. I'm going to evaluate my legal strategy in light of what has happened with this, and there will be more to follow. And then yesterday we found out what, of course, was more to follow. Peter Navarro came out, sent a letter to the court, and said, "Hey, judge, this isn't fair. I haven't had time to find a legal team yet. You guys are moving forward with this. The prosecutors are already trying to file motions, and I don't even have a lawyer, and this is so unfair." Let me read the statement that he sent to the court. "At this point, I will remain without legal representation, and the prosecution has already begun to file motions despite my request for delay. In this vacuum, the prosecution is placing me at a severe disadvantage. I note in this regard that the prosecution is also pushing very hard for a speedy trial as part of its strategy to exploit the unrepresented. This issue came up with the magistrate. I remind the court that upon my arrest, the FBI agent in charge refused to allow me to contact an attorney for legal advice prior to appearing before the magistrate, despite repeated requests, and then tried to cover his tracks by providing a public defender a mere 3 minutes before the hearing was scheduled to begin. This put me at a severe disadvantage at the outset in this particular regard. I asked the court to investigate this particularly egregious breach of due process, confirm my allegations, provide me with the FBI's rationale for taking such an egregious step, and take actions in this matter as appropriate." In other words, I made a big mistake because I'm not a lawyer, right? Peter Navarro, not a lawyer. He has a PhD in economics, right? He does have the advanced degrees, but none of them in law. So yeah, this economist who thinks he knows about money but was a horrible trade advisor, so clearly he's not that great, was like, nah, screw it, I'll just represent myself. Y'all don't need to worry about that. But then, of course, when he realized these charges are going to stick, he's like, oh, crap. I got to hire a legal team. So, of course, he did what every good conservative does. He went whining to conservative media, trying to raise money so that he could hire lawyers that were actually worth a damn. And here he is talking with Seb Gorka about how people can help support him, basically begging them for money. Take a look.
I mean, this is so wrong, Seb. In this book, Taking Back Trump's America, help me, please. I'm looking at $500,000 in legal expenses, according to some legal experts, or more. This could go to $1 million. I've got to raise that money. I can't kill my retirement by defending these baseless charges. Taking Back Trump's America, please go to Amazon right now. Order
guys,
that book.
The book can be.
So yes, he's not setting up a legal defense fund. He doesn't have a GoFundMe or Venmo or anything like that, Cash App that he can send out. No, instead, go buy his book. Because then eventually the proceeds are going to trickle down to him. It's a very long process, by the way, for that to happen. But either way, buy his book, and then he can afford all the best lawyers in the world, because it's not fair that he would have to spend his own money, to fight back these charges that are 100% because he refused to comply with a subpoena. You literally did make the choice to break the law. You knew the consequences of it, and now you're whining about how expensive that is. I care not for your crocodile tears, Mr. Navarro. You did this to yourself.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.